Okay.
Well, while you're doing that, I
Yes.
just want to say congratulations on your new segment. Of course, if you guys haven't checked out her video that she did last night, her live, it was a great live. She was very vulnerable, and it was definitely a breath of fresh air that you shared so much with us. So I'm happy for your new journey, and I'm thankful and grateful that you asked for me to be a part of it. So.
Oh,
No,
y'all,
no, no, we not doing that.
PG, we don't talk as much as I really want
I
us.
know.
But whenever we connect, it's just like,
I know. We
ah,
gonna meet up. We got plans for
we
the.
got plans, boo. We got plans. Yeah, I'm just so thankful that y'all are here and y'all are rocking with me and y'all see the vision. Y'all get what I'm trying to do. And I really do think this could be something, really freaking dope. So, hold on. Let me just send it to some of my day one fans, like I'm famous, day one supporters. Child, look at me talking about fans.
No, it's all right.
Day one supporters. All right, y'all. We're gonna get this shit crack a lacking. We got Brillo. Brillo pulled through for your girl. All right, y'all. So listen, for a couple weeks,
Mhm.
I had so many ideas. I had so many ideas. Like, how am I gonna launch this? What is gonna be like the topic to really set the tone, right? To really get the ball rolling. And I was scrolling on Instagram, and the power of social media. I saw this meme and I was like, this is it, bro. This is the one. And this is gonna be the topic of the night to get this shit started. This is why I'm doing it. The meme reads, why aren't relationships lasting in this generation? That is a pretty loaded question, if you ask me. I think there are plenty of reasons behind that. And I am really looking forward to picking y'all's brains and hearing what y'all think. And again, I think it's more than one answer, more than
Mm.
one reason behind this. Again, the question, why aren't relationships lasting in this generation? So I'm gonna go last. I'm gonna let y'all go first. And I'm gonna go with who came here first, and that was Miss Amina. So it was Pretty Girl. It was PG. Okay.
I mean, you could have kept that. That's fine.
You
No, that's fine. I'll go.
want a minute to marinate, or you good,
No,
PG?
that's fine. That is a loaded question. The question is, why aren't relationships lasting
In this
in,
generation,
in
right?
this generation?
Yeah.
Well, my first thought is social media, right? I do honestly feel like social media, there's an agenda behind it,
Mm-hmm.
which includes consumerism, codependency on electronics,
Okay.
as well as privacy invasion. And another agenda I do feel like is for us to do something unnatural as humans, as to have a mass connection, a mass access to everybody, right? Because before social media, you had to organically meet people in person,
Right.
generally,
Mhm.
school, work, bars, whatever have you, right? But now we have the ability to connect with millions of people and in seconds. And I honestly feel like that's typically like a natural thing. I don't think that was something that is necessarily, I don't want to say it's not God's plan, because I'm not trying to sound like all preachy, because I'm not like no evangelist or anything. But I do feel like now that we have access to all these people, it makes things harder for people that's in relationships, because especially, let me just break it down, right? There's a couple of different factors involved. Now we have access and we're viewing all these people. And also now with social media, we have this level of expectation that is unnatural and unrealistic. The women, we're fighting for uh normalcy in the world of BBLs, right? And then we're also men, they're probably fighting for normalcy in the world of balling out of control, which is definitely not a common thing, right? Less than
Mhm.
1% of America is probably, rich or
Right.
what have you. What's your standard
Right.
is rich? So it's like we're competing with unnaturalness of unrealistic expectations. And then, let's take a look at the male species. The male species are visual creatures. We're visual as well. Women, we're more an emotional connection, and there are ways that we can emotionally connect via social media as well. But now that we have men being able to view all these different women, right? And now, like we have these things, and just women, we have to hold ourselves accountable as well, because now we have all these challenges. Me and Brillo talked about it last week, where Megan Thee Stallion had a challenge, and all they've seen on timelines is just
just booty.
You know what I'm saying? So that makes things more tempting in today's world. And don't get me wrong, our grandparents, great grandparents, they was over there having families down the street. Like, don't get twisted. There was still infidelity back then, but now I just feel like it's much more easier. And I just feel like it's honestly just unnatural. But we're in a microwave era where, people want things fast and instant. And also with women typically being I don't want to say the breadwinners, but women are, competing with men in terms of the social status and financial status. So versus way back when, women they don't have a codependency with men when it comes to financial statuses. If you're acting up and doing what you're not supposed to do, we can leave. We have that option to leave a relationship versus being dependent on you to be in a home and bring home the bacon. So there's a lot of different things, but I feel like I'm rambling, but I feel like there's a multitude of reasons why, but those are some of the things I could think of off the top of my head of why.
I appreciate your perspective. You actually hit on some things that I really didn't even process. So I appreciate your point of view. Miss Amina, what is your take on the topic, my dear?
Like you said, that is a really complex question. So I'm gonna just try to hit a couple of points, be in and out really quick. One, like I told you, we were a strong community back in the day, very dangerous with men and women. They took it out of our music in the 70s. It was all about love and romance. You can't get that no more. They don't promote it, they won't push it. They promote men versus women, women being bees and thoughts, and everyone loves it. The men, they promote just more and more women, consistent, don't stay around. Everybody's status is based on how many women you can screw. So you got that going on. Then you had the system designed to only support women if they did not have a man in the house. What else? There's one more big thing. I can't think of the big thing now, but we're just gonna leave it there. It was a whole system in place, so we'll go with that. And it's easier for both genders to fight than it's just distraction if we both fighting at each other, men and women. I'm gonna cut out there.
All right, Brillo, what you got for us, big dog?
It's simple for me.
Oh, it's simple.
Nowadays, these women won't let men cheat in peace. No, I'm joking. Let us cheat in peace. No, I'm joking. It's just roles are not defined, and nobody wants to play their position. People are playing out of position. Everything from my perspective seems transactional. You know, it feel like young men feel like they don't need to know how to treat a woman as long as they got some money. And judging from what we see on social media, and like PG was saying, and what we see in today's society with the music and everything that drives the culture, is everything is money driven. Twerk challenge, this and that. So men are being desensitized to it. They don't know how to be nice to a woman, how to treat a woman, special and things of that nature. If you do, then you're a simp.
Right.
But it's just everything seems to be transactional. It just seems like you can basically purchase a woman nowadays. I was looking at It's like you can't even say good morning. You got to say, what bill you need me to pay. It's a dirty
Terrible.
game,
It's terrible.
you know. But we know it's not like that in real life. But that's just what it seems to be. And
Um,
and people are not willing to, work on themselves as well as a relationship. There's a lot of work that go into it. People just willing to just give up. Now, if you is getting abused or something like that, of course, walk away from that. But
mhm.
a little argument, little misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been together for a minute, you gonna get on each other's nerves. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's just how it is.
Yes, I agree with a lot of what you said. I again, there's 11 answers for this and reasons behind this, but one, I do think that people throw in the towel way quicker than probably the previous generations did. I'm not saying take abuse, and I'm not saying stay no matter what. I'm definitely not saying that. But I do think people give up way quicker, way easier than previously. That's one thing. Brillo said something that I've been saying lately. Dating, and this is why I honestly have a problem with dating, even personally. I just don't even want to deal with it because dating seems so transactional nowadays, and I'm so sick of it. And I'll be honest, like I told y'all earlier, I'm gonna be fair. So there might be moments where I have to check the ladies, and there are gonna be moments where I check the men. And right now I'm about to check the ladies. Ladies, especially the young girls. I actually blame it on social media, like PG said. I also blame it on this newfound like city girls culture where it's about what you can get me. Can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? Can you take me here? What can you do for me? That mindset is very dangerous to me. And I think that is a culprit. And I've seen it not only on social media, I've actually seen it in real life. And it's just very upsetting to me because I feel like then you're teaching, especially the young dudes. I don't think the older men, I'm not worried about. They got some knowledge and years with them. But the younger dudes, I feel like psychologically, then you making the younger dudes feel like, well, you don't want anything from me except for my money. So then they're gonna treat the woman a certain way because they don't feel like the woman is valuing them, more than just what they can give them. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes transactional. It becomes very surface level. I don't like that aspect. I think, social media plays a huge part. There is so much temptation on social media. OMG. And then there's so many reasons, y'all. I'm not even gonna be able to say all even what I think about. I should have wrote this down. But what's another one? What is another reason that's really sticks out to me? I mean, there's also just a disconnect. There is a major disconnect between men and women, and we cannot deny it. We really can't ignore it. I think it's clear. Yeah. Clearer now than ever before. It's always been that way, but I just think it's really bad. Yeah. And there's a saying. What's that saying that they used to say? Men are from Venus, the women are from Mars. Like, we do think differently. We think completely differently. And it's not to say one sex is better than the other or one sex thinks better than the other, but we have to start realizing that we actually need each other, right? There are certain things that a woman can bring to the table. I'm not talking about financially or materialistic. I'm talking about in here and in here. There are certain things. There's such things as a woman touch, right? We are naturally just givers and just like it's in us. We're naturally that way. And then there's certain things that men have. We need that. And that's why when it comes to the whole like parenting thing, yes, you can do it on your own. I've seen people do it on their own and be successful. and I praise them for it, because that is the hardest thing, is being a single parent. I can't even imagine. But we can't deny that, yeah, in a perfect world, we need each other. It's best. Like, we need each other. So I just want us, like men and women, to start like talking to each other and not talking at each other when it comes to topics. Actually listen to what the other person is saying. Now, of course, if it's complete crap and like pure ignorance and hatred, of course dismiss it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, when you hear a different perspective, be more open. You know what I mean? Because we are different. Men and women think so differently. You know what I mean? And then what about just what's the status now for the divorce rate? Is it past 50%? Has it surpassed 50% now?
I'm not sure. I don't keep up with it, but I do feel like it's by design, right? Because we already know the government and, you know, the powers that be, they benefit from broken homes and broken families and the disconnect, you know, stemming from, you know, the you know, arrest rate when it comes to African American males. I'm speaking, you know, our culture specifically. They are benefiting, you know, when it comes to marriage, it's not as much beneficial, you know, it's not beneficial to the government, but is, you know, beneficial for your families to be broken, because of course they make a profit off of, you know, making sure our jails are flooded, right? They also and that's why I feel like social media is a big part, because it also creates this sense of insecurity, right? And this transactional feeling between men and women, because if women are asking for bags and new bodies, that money is going back to the powers that be. It's going out of our pockets again. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they push the city girls versus, you know, somebody like Rhapsody or somebody that's really saying music of substance, because they want to drive up costs, you know, and drive up the fact that we are spending this money and it's not going to us. It's to benefit them. So I do feel like it's all by design. The government, they you know, just even the cosmetic hair. I mean, I'm guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all spend this money. Not saying my hair is due to insecurity, it's a protective style, but I'm just saying, you know, they benefit from just us not being as grounded, I guess, on certain levels as a family, you know, family units in general. Sorry, I feel like I'm rambling, but
no, it's okay. I want to highlight this comment. Nao said couples don't fight for each other anymore, right? I also think that they took love out of everything. That's why it seems so transactional. Yeah. Are people even in love anymore? I don't know, child. Everything.
Well, but that goes to the social media thing, right? Because now you probably, you know, most couples will think, I don't need to fight. I got 11 people that I can talk to at this second. Versus back in the day, you probably would think like, hey, well, I'm gonna find somebody else. You know, now it's easier to find another partner you think is compatible. You know what I'm saying? And like Amina mentioned, you know, and I believe Brillo, just the music, the programming.
Yes.
The love songs are gone. The Isley Brothers ain't coming out anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Like no real love songs anymore. Like,
yeah, we're talking about the colors of our booty holes. Like, that's what it is.
I was gonna say real quick though.
Yeah, please.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, baby.
Oh, I was back in the day, it was customary for couples to stay together too. So even if the person didn't want to be with the person no more, it was like, you better be quiet. You're not going to embarrass this family. No divorce up in here. So it was a lot of unhappy couples together too. So we got to discuss that as well.
Absolutely. That's why I said, I'm not saying to stick it out no matter what, but I do think people throw in the towel way faster. But I know.
And then some people outgrow.
Absolutely.
So what happens? Because it's like you're not the same person you are in high school, and we don't know who you're gonna be until you figure 30s, midlife crisis.
Well, I'm glad you said that. That makes me want to bring up something else. But go ahead, Brillo. You want to comment on anything we just said?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I don't feel like I'm saying young men don't learn how to treat a woman because they don't see that. You know, they only see the twerk videos and I'm saying raining and they see the dude put the older dude pull up, you know, in the Beamer, getting a young chick that look good, and it's just a cycle. You know what I'm saying? What 15, 16-year-old can afford all this stuff, you know, just if you're not born with money. So
Right.
what's your, adolescent mind gonna tell you to do? Let me do something stupid so I can get some money. Cause everything that I'm gonna say, mostly everything that these dudes doing out here is to attract a woman. Most of the time, unless they on, on the other side of the street, so to speak. So, you know what I mean? All the flashy things of that is just not because they, you know what I mean, want to look sweet for you know what I'm saying, for some type of dude. So it's just it's a terrible situation. I'm so glad that I don't got to deal with it.
I'm glad I wasn't in this, like this current generation. I don't even know, because like whatever, these young kids, I'm just glad I'm not like a teenager during this time, because it is terrible for their mental health. Like I know adults, I know people my age in their 30s who have to take a break from social media because they get insecure or they have the pressure of comparing their lives to other people's lives and other people's success and other people's.
They don't understand that it's all fake. Everything
all
is fake, man. People they broke. They posting this stuff. They broke, bro. I done seen my little cousin. He is in high school. I done seen him grab my little stash of little cash on hand that I got. Take a picture of it. Spread it out. Take a picture of it.
Damn.
Then my other cousin, you know what I'm saying, put on my jewelry. He grabbed the money. He spread it out, and it's all fake.
It's a fake. It's a facade.
People don't understand. It's all fake.
Even if you got it like that, we have to remember, and I always say this, when it comes to social media, people are only showing you the good stuff. They are only, social media is a highlight reel.
You can literally make yourself look, I can make myself look like a millionaire.
Easily.
Only thing I'm posting is, you know what I'm saying, me on a trip, a little helicopter ride, me at a nice little restaurant rooftop, you know what I mean? Nice hotel suite.
Yeah.
Stuff that I did over the year. I just don't put, you know what I'm saying? You can make yourself look like a millionaire, and people thinking, you know, that's what it is. It's all fake. These people don't understand that it's all fake. Like it's a highlight reel. They're not
highlight reel. That's what I always say. It's a highlight reel of someone's life, and
go ahead.
Go ahead, Amina.
No, I was gonna say a very funny event. One time, I was out with a guy, and I guess he was having confessions because he was like drinking and stuff like that. And then he was like, "You don't understand. You really broke my heart." And he was like breaking down, right? And I didn't know how to answer it, so I was just like, because whatever was done in the past, it was over with, so it really didn't matter. But anyway, so he goes home the next day and he puts on Facebook, "I am in a real committed relationship with my girlfriend and I'm so happy and she deserves this." And I was like, dude, you know, you just breaking down yesterday with me. I was like, yo, you can't trust this mess.
So he had a girlfriend.
Or he decided he went public with them the very next day. But I was like, dude, you just sat here and cried. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, this is why even with the whole couples, I used to when I was younger, but you will never hear me now saying couple goals. Like I'm not, child. Again, we are only seeing a highlight reel of said relationship.
And then you can't look at other people's relationship for what work for them ain't gonna work for you. You gotta find what work for you. That's what
it's easy to post cute pictures on Instagram, but what's going on behind closed doors?
Exactly.
What's the true tea? The only relationship goals I have, and I don't even like using that term, but if I were to use a term, is people that I know in real life, and I've been around them, I've been in their home, I've interacted with them, and I can see the love, I can see the relationship. I only have probably two couples I know personally that I can say, wow, I admire things about their relationship. I think it's okay to admire things, but like the whole couple goals, and I don't subscribe to that because it's just not real. But yeah, to wrap that up, social media is really the culprit behind a lot of things. It really, really, really is. It's tough, you know. And Umbrella, I'm gonna ask you a question, and hopefully it's not too personal. You as a man, right, with access to social media and things of that nature, you don't have to answer this, but in the past, if you have had temptation, right, what advice could you give?
Man, what? It's
What
an
advice would you
everyday
give?
struggle. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
What, man? Not saying like I'm just a man or nothing, but it's like I feel like that's gonna be with any man, man. So you either gonna not do it or do it. It's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but certain people I don't even follow them. I don't even really go on a lot of because I might have a moment of weakness, and I'm not trying to. I don't got too many more. I don't got another fumble in me. So I'll be perfectly transparent. I don't got another fumble. So some
what
people
advice?
I can't even follow them, or
Yeah.
you know, that's a struggle. You're always gonna be tempted,
Right.
but once it's, you know what I'm saying, over, you're gonna be like, you know,
It wouldn't
it's
work.
not even really worth
Yeah.
the hassle for real. But yeah, I don't really be on social media like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, because that's all that's on there. Thirst traps.
Thirst traps. Yeah, it's different. What
And
advice
then
you
they
give
trying
to?
to get me to join a OnlyFans or something, which is crazy. But yeah, it's like it's so easy. It's easy. Like if you really wanted to, it's not difficult.
No, that's what I'm saying. Everything is very accessible these days.
So
Very accessible.
the temptation gonna always be there because we human. So if you running away from that, like you just gotta have better morals, man. You just gotta stand on something.
Right. So what advice would you give to other men who find themselves struggling with temptation from social media and things
Just
like
don't do it, bro. Just don't do it. I mean, look at what you gonna have. You gotta understand who you dealing with. First of all, if she gonna go for it, I can't tell if she gonna go for it. I can't tell you what to do, but I mean, is it worth it? Is it worth it? You know you're gonna get caught.
Now, that's what I'm gonna say. Every couple has their different boundaries, right? I have some friends who are okay if their man likes pictures on social media. I have other friends whose cutoff is like, don't be commenting. Once you comment, we got to, you know, I mean, everybody has their, and then some women don't want their man following no women. So it's like everybody
I
has.
keep it open.
Yeah.
My wife is pretty secure, but you know, she do have moments where she be asking me certain stuff. I just keep it real, keep it open.
Yeah.
Like I don't try to hide nothing, you know what I'm saying? Make myself look suspect. I done been accused and been innocent. There's nothing more infuriating than that. I tell you.
I can imagine, yeah.
So, especially when you ain't did nothing.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Dare me crash out. What?
Yo.
Yeah, just ask, you know what I'm saying? If you having some temptation, man, just, you know, don't go through with it.
Okay.
You might need to get that person a 30-day snooze or something.
One Shot Gamer said, my advice, occupy your mind, read books, find a hobby, stay off that point.
Like, if you're struggling like that, man, you might need to be single. Man. You could be having that much struggle, like damn. Bro.
But no, I mean that makes a good point, right? Because I hate to go this extreme, but let's say Instagram is a married man crack. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be in a crack house if you're trying to recover.
Right.
So
right.
you know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know your You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
take it out your life if you think it's going to be a problem. That's what I think
Yeah.
that's what One Shot
I'm
gave
not
you.
scrolling all day like, oh my God. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I know it is. I know it's there. We
I'm
just
saying
talked about it
I'm
last
saying
week.
in general, not
Yeah, that's tough though.
Damn.
It's so easy.
Social
so
media is
accessible.
definitely the culprit. That's why y'all, it rarely happens, but there's been times where I've met a man and they've been like, yeah, I'm not on social media. I'm like, oh, hallelujah.
I don't know about that one.
yeah, because sometimes they tell you they not, and then they actually are, but
Because they got a whole wife.
No,
Yeah,
no,
so
I've met dudes who are very like just they're not into social media.
that's perfect.
I'm
That's
I'm
not
just
really.
like-
No,
And and that's just like a plus.
can't be though. If you trying to be in a relationship for real, you can't. If you're a man, you can't be on social media for real.
I don't believe that.
I mean, you could be on there, but
I need men to have a little more willpower.
Mhm.
Okay. Because there's always going to be temptation. Y'all don't think us women see men and be like, oh, damn, he fine. Like, yeah, like this is a type. Just I know it's the thing that men say they're very visual, and you guys are visual, but so are women. Like, we have eyes too. We're visual too. Like, listen, I'm the type of chick. I don't like for me, as long as my man is not being disrespectful with it. If there's like a fine girl that walks in, knowing my personality, this is just me. I'm the type to be like, damn, she's gorgeous. Damn, she's fine. Damn, she got a fat ass. Like, that's just my personality, though. I know that's not every woman. Some women are very. I have a friend who is very territorial about her man, and if she even catches him looking at another woman, she gonna spaz out. That's not me.
yeah, that's
That's not me. But this is my thing, though. As a man, Brillo, what if the roles are reversed and your girl, you see her kind of checking a dude out? I'm not saying
Well,
be
see,
dramatic
I'm like,
with it, but kind of
I'm overly confident.
okay.
I'm delusionally confident. Like in my mind, like I am that guy. So to me, it's like, huh, you know what I mean? I've never like I don't know why I was just blessed with that. I don't know why. I'm just
So you're secure.
and I
It
could
wouldn't,
fake
it wouldn't
it.
bother you. It wouldn't bother you then.
I wouldn't. Even if it did bother me a little bit, I wouldn't
You
say
wouldn't
that.
even say
You know, I
it.
wouldn't trip about it.
I respect
I
that.
guess it's just how I was brought up, or I don't know. I just
Mhm.
was always blessed with that. I guess.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't bother me at all. I mean, now if she being disrespectful, you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna check her about it. But
Yeah.
I mean, but like if she see a dude walk past, like, damn, you look good as hell. I'm gonna be like, okay, you a little out of pocket,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't like what we doing here, but no, I ain't gonna never be no sucker on nothing like that.
No, that's right. All right, I respect that. Respect. I'm trying to think where I want to go with next. Where do I want to go with this next? Okay. I'm gonna bring up a couple things because we did talk about dating becoming very transactional. There's a couple topics that really irked me when I saw it on social media, and it just has to do with the whole transactional thing. And then I want everybody's opinion, and then I want us to give some advice to the young girls because I think they need it. So, case in point, I think everybody saw the viral video, and some people think it was staged. I really don't know, but the chick that had a problem with the dude taking her to Cheesecake Factory for their first date. That irked me. Now, look, ladies, I love y'all, but I gotta talk about it. There's nothing wrong with having standards. There's nothing wrong with having standards. However, I do think you have to be mature. And the way I would have handled it would have been like, okay, Cheesecake Factory. First of all, I like Cheesecake Factory, so I would have been all the way good. Cheesecake Factory. First of all, the menu is like a damn Bible. You gonna pick some, you bitch. If you can't find nothing at Cheesecake Factory, boo boo, something wrong with you, because their menu is a fucking book. If you haven't seen it, if you ain't been in a long time, they got everything on the menu, and their drinks be popping, and the appetizers be listen.
And that bread.
In that brown bread, baby. So I will tear up some Cheesecake Factory. So that's not even my ministry. But if that wasn't my place, that wasn't a place that I would like to go to, I would have just been like, okay, like this is not my favorite place, but I'm gonna like this is the thing. This chick, and again, I don't know if it was staged or not, this chick turned down a date with a potentially awesome man, right? Because of the restaurant choice, which wasn't a bad choice. And then this is where I need y'all's help, because this is where it becomes a really fine line between having standards and then like having unrealistic standards. You know what I'm saying? Like so how do we help the young girls reach that happy medium where it's like it's okay to have standards, but within reason? Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
I get it.
Is it impossible? Are they too far gone? Like, what?
Well, sorry, go ahead, brother.
No, I was gonna say I get it. You know what I'm saying? Having standards, because a man gonna check the temperature if he don't know you.
Yeah.
Be a hoe. You know, so he gonna check the temperature, come through, or try to take you wherever, or not even take you nowhere, take you to the crib. So he gonna check the temperature. I get having standards, but when it seems like you looking for clout and you want somebody to do things for you that you don't even do for yourself, and you just meeting this person, you got all of these, things that you want. And what grinds my gear, what gets me is half these women, these are women that having sons. So you would want your son to do this type of stuff, this type of young man you raising potentially. You probably wouldn't want your son, you know what I'm saying, spending all this money on a chick that he just met on a first date, spending thousands of dollars. You'll probably tell him don't do that, but you'll want the next man to do that. So want for me, you know what I'm saying, what you would want for the next brother, what you would want for your own son. That's how I look at it. Okay. It's crazy. Cheesecake Factory. Where she wanted to go? She wanted to go on a
STK? I don't know. What the fuck you trying to go?
Well, she wasn't even dressed to go nowhere fancier.
Thank you. Thank you.
She didn't look like she was trying to go to nobody's steakhouse. I'm just saying that. But apparently the backstory so-called, because we're not sure if it's true, but she was so late with the date, he had to cancel his original reservation with a nicer restaurant. That's what they were saying. But
interesting.
But I feel like honestly, before you even get to the first date, you gotta filter through a lot of mess. You know what I'm saying? We gotta figure out what page we on, because I don't know, just me, and of course as a young girl, my expectations was different than it is now. Let's just say. But that in terms before you get to the first date, that's where you kind of get to the same page, in terms of what your expectations are. You figure out possibly, what you guys do for a living, what you like to eat, blah, 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 blah. First off, these young girls now, they're barely getting texts with full sentences. So I really think there's no hope. Like, it's an acronym for everything. Like, that's the sad part. I don't even think they're dating. Like, they just pulling up. They're pulling up at the house. They're pulling up at the room. Or
drink.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't really see courting anyway.
Right.
Have younger sisters. I don't even think they even get to that. You go to the family, go to the cookout. They find ways to get creative, not to pay for a meal. But honestly, it's about the experience, not necessarily what you're about to eat. Like, this meet up, this first date is to get to know each other better. Right. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily expect for you to pull up at us to pull up at a Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A, but if we're trying to, set, because at some level, I feel like where a man take you, it may represent what level he see you at. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. So it depends on that man as well, on how he views you. Like, y'all gonna go to Ruby Tuesdays, or y'all gonna go, to, not wrong with none of these restaurants. I'm just saying, there's levels to it.
There's levels to it.
There's
Now,
levels.
Applebee's, let me tell you, listen,
That's what
nigga,
I'm saying.
sorry.
But this is the
If
first
you
date.
take me to Applebee's,
But this is now if my husband come through that door with some Chick-fil-A, that's a whole nother story. I'm
That's
happy. I may
different.
do a little, big head bounce because
that's different, PG.
yeah, that's what I'm
different.
saying.
Yeah.
So that's why the first date, yes, it's kind of like a job interview in a sense.
Ooh.
You put your best foot forward, but at the same time, first of all, the day and age breeze with inflation
You spend
and
a lot on the first
cost
date.
of living is.
'Cause
I
how
feel like
you-
men's expectations are a lot higher. I mean, you're supposed to have high expectations, but sometimes it's just really unrealistic.
Stakes are just a little bit harder right now. It's just I feel bad. Like,
however you get her, that's how you got to keep her. So
yeah, but
Possibly.
she's a
that
real
first date
How do I
mean
say
a lot.
that? Okay. I am just naturally a very considerate person, and I'm especially considerate of other people's money and pockets. I've always tried to be. So with my dating history in more recent years, even though I haven't really been dating that much, I could literally count on one hand how many dates I've gone on in the last few years. I really took a break, and we'll get into that at another time. But the couple dates I've been on, the dude will typically ask me, where would you like to go, or what are some of your favorite restaurants, or what type of food do you like? I've noticed that a lot of the men do put it in the woman's court to figure out where they would like to go, which I can appreciate. When that happens, though, I am a very considerate person, so I'm not about to say take me to STK. Like, I'm not about to do that. Like, now there are chicks that will. That's the problem. That's not me. So I try to be very reasonable with the restaurants that I pick. Is it Applebee's? No. But I am reasonable. I look at the menu, I look at the price point, and I try to be very reasonable with the restaurants. And I always give options. I always give the dude like 3 or 4 options. That way he can have some input as well. He can check the menu, he can probably check the price point, and we can come to a common some type of common ground on where we would like to go for our first date or two, or whatever like that. That's me. And that is an approach that I think is a very respectful, mature approach. But again, because of the city girl culture and the what can you do for me, and can you buy me a Birkin? And first of all, I got it. With the power of social media, with the way things have changed as far as us having access to celebrities, that plays a huge part. Let me elaborate. When Instagram first started, 2012, I might be off, but around there, I remember, especially me being a kid from the 90s, I was so excited to have access at some level with celebrities. When I was growing up as a kid, the only time you got to see like behind the scenes, like not even behind, the only time you were able to get a glimpse at the celebrities' real life was like the behind the scenes shows. I remember MTV had a show. Oh, what was it called? It was like Fan something, like just those type of show. Like, you remember it was, or Making the Video, you know what I mean? Like when you got to see them create remember back in the day, we were only able to see them in that type of space, very few and far between. It was like a treat to be able to see it. So when Instagram came and the celebrities gone, it was cool the first couple of years. It was copacetic, it was cool, it was nice. As the years kept going, I think the lines, especially for the young people, the lines started to blur between like celebrity life and then like regular life. Because I say that because back when we were all growing up, there was no way in hell we're about to compare a celebrity who getting a $20,000 bag, a $10,000 bag, and comparing us to getting that same thing. Like, what? It was like they were a celebrity. It made sense for them to have it. So I don't know how the lines got blurred, but now these average people making average money are talking about a Birkin bag. And I'm like, bitch.
Yeah. Well,
what the hell?
I think the middle piece
Mhm.
That to go along with your point, it went from celebrity to
Mhm.
reality star.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
then the reality star, are in their own sense are local celebrities, but they're still, I want to say regular people, but regular people began to become celebrities. So I think that's the missing link to what you're kind of getting at too. I think that's part of the equation, because it's like, okay, the celebrities, they on their tier. Now we see reality stars on that same tier. The reality star was just a regular person like me, so I can get it too. Now my goals and aspirations change, and it seems more attainable because they have these things now. So
But
that's
do you also think, and this is kind of going all over the place, but I don't care. It's my shit. Do you think that when it comes to the music industry, okay, let me articulate this right. Obviously, growing up, yes, certain musical artists always had influence over the general public, i.e., Aaliyah, i.e., TLC. You know what I mean? People were in baggy clothes like TLC when they first came out. Aaliyah, everybody wanted that swoop. Everybody wanted the Aaliyah stuff. So I'm not saying there was never an influence from the celebrity world. Do you think things change once society and celebrities became more materialistic? Is that what happened? Like, did the culture become more materialistic? You know what I'm saying? Or just like anybody jump in? Because I don't have the answer. I'm just
I'm
talking.
gonna say, first of all, it's all fake. They can't afford most of the stuff, and they're
Ooh.
renting Airbnb. You know who kept it real? Method Man kept it real. He said,
Oh,
because they was doing MTV Cribs. He was like,
yeah.
everybody
Oh,
rented out.
oh
He was like,
Redman.
no, y'all gonna see my real house.
Yeah.
And he had like a little tiny situation going on, and he was real. All his other fake stuff, they want y'all to live the stuff that they can't even live up to. And these
yeah.
houses in LA are way overpriced because it's not
Mhm.
even worth it, to be honest. You move to Texas, you get a nice
Mhm.
house for
Mhm.
what they want them to pay ridiculous stuff. They keep them with a handler. And when I say handler, I mean their agents are in their pocket. This is why Taraji's crying. You got the agents in their pocket. They got to pay all these people. They got to pay for hair and makeup on. They can't come out their house a certain
Damn.
way. It's ridiculous. It's fake. And I'm not buying it. But if everybody want to buy it, that's why everybody's a mess right now, because they
Yeah.
live in fake.
Yeah. And it's
But
not like
we weren't
we
this
don't
materialistic in the 80s and 90s and even the early
Oh,
right? Am I tripping?
but we don't
yeah.
know that because we didn't see their full life, right? We didn't see their whole family in their house and their wonderful closets.
No, but I'm
Because
talking about the projection of it, like in the music, in TV, like what, correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't remember growing up, even teenage years, even in the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't remember feeling like it was super materialistic how it became in the last 15 years. I just don't. I think that also plays a part too.
yeah, I mean, social media helps drives that. Like I said, it's all programming. It's all
Yeah.
program. Social media made a way for that to occur, and they realized,
Mm.
the powers that be realized, oh, we can make money off this. And that's what they're doing. They're training us to want more and to get more, to attain more, whether legal or illegal. And then we get the money and then we spend it and put it back in their pockets.
Damn.
Correct. And then you're always on a cycle trying to catch up to something that you're never going to catch up to because they keep piling more stuff on you.
Damn.
I mean, unless you
When
play
you,
stocks.
when you don't have though, it's for me, it's always been that materialistic aspect. Especially when you growing up in the hood, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You see people with the Saab or the Cardis in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? And then I grew up off Blade. I used to win the Cash Money record, you know what I'm saying? And they were stunting. So
Yeah, that's true.
but now it's just more accessible. That's all you get.
Okay.
See, back then you got other things as well. You know what I'm saying? You got the R&B, you got different types of rap. Now you just either get drill rap or murder rap or stunting on you rap.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. So it's just more accessible now. That it just lack of options. That's all you get now. It's the stunts and the bravado. How rich I am.
Oh,
I'm
right.
richer than I ever been.
So with that being projected onto social media, which is then being projected onto the youth and the younger generation, is it too far gone? Like, is there any coming back? Like, I mean, I know how I would handle it in my household. If I had a child, I know I know how to handle it, but I just, as a collective, is it too far gone? Is this the new way? Like, is this something that I just have to now accept? Or do we need more people to sit down with the young boys, sit down with the young girls, and remind them of reality, remind them of the value of a dollar, remind them, because it's
It's
this,
gonna take. Oh, my bad.
it's okay. This idea of just, oh, another word that I think describes this new age of as far as like dating and things being transactional. I just feel like people are very oh my God, what's the word? I knew I was gonna do this. Come back to me. Brillo, what you about to say? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, it's gonna take like for it to be popularized to be like humble, it's
Mm.
cool again, because now it's like what I'm saying, they got the. It don't matter how things look. At least things to me, like expensive things when I was in high school, it looked good. Like what I'm saying, some products they look good. You know what I'm saying, some Gucci loafers or something. Now it's like the stuff that they have now. It's clearly you only buying it because of how much it costs. Like the Balenciagas, the Lavin shoes, things like that. If you look at these things, these are like Asics and things that used to be like in Walmart and things like that. Big
Mhm.
clunky boot. You could throw a big price tag on anything and they'll wear it now. You don't even have to be stylish.
That's
So
true.
it's just a price tag that they're looking for.
Yeah, I would love to say this will be the perfect time for to really hone in on the specific households, like the parenting.
Mhm.
But the parents are giving the kids the phone to take selfies before they go to the club.
That's true.
Or they got their kids in front of the screen making money off the kid while they, create content. So that's the thing, is like it's
Yeah.
a cycle, because how are we going to depend on the parents to lead the kids, and the parents are all, and mixed up in it too. So I just really think as a parent, you got to try your best to monitor and to instill the values that are not being projected on social media. Even though it's going to be a fight, you just got to do all you can and just hope for the best. That's what I feel.
You want to know something funny? I was at a restaurant today with my son because we go out to eat every so often, like during the month.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Why rich people take pictures of their food?" I said, "Rich who?" And he's like, rich people." I was like, "Dude, do you see the food in front of you now? That's the same kind of pictures. What are you talking about?" So I was like, "Take a picture and tell me how it feels." So he takes a picture of whatever food came in front of him. And then he took a picture of dessert. He was like, "Oh, I know why they do it now." He was like, "They do it for bragging or whatever he put." And he was like, "I want to post this to TikTok, but he don't have." He was like, "Oh, but I don't have a TikTok." I was like, I don't know why. Why would you think they were rich? This is perception.
Really perception.
But the real rich people aren't even doing that. The real rich
Aren't
people
even
are not
doing
really even what is that? Not Steve Jobs, sorry. I can't think of his name, but the
Oh,
real rich people, they're wearing
Amazon.
dungarees and Lee jeans, plain white t-shirt,
Plain
and,
t-shirt.
and dad, New Balances. Like they're not even doing the things that the people who are trying to portray rich, like the real rich, they're
Yeah.
quiet.
The word,
Exactly.
sorry, y'all, I had a ADD moment. The word was entitled. I feel like this generation, this new generation, and it's actually starting to bleed into some of the older people. People are becoming very entitled, and that's what I think. That's just the perfect word to describe this new age way of dating, as far as like the what you can do for me. Very entitled. I went out to eat a couple weeks ago and just had a nice conversation with the server, and we were talking about relationships, and he told me that this chick, I forget how they met, but whether it was online dating or in person, I can't remember, but They met. They were gonna go on a date, and then like a day before, she. I don't know if he made this up, y'all, because it sounds crazy, but she called him apparently and was like, "Yeah, I'm looking forward to our date, da da da. But could you send me some money to get my hair done and get my nails done?" I was like, "The fuck? Like, what the fuck? How do you even fix your lips to ask a stranger to pay?"
Like, you know what? I don't care nothing about none of that. Come as you are.
No, he said he was like, "Oh, no problem. I got you," and hung up on her and then blocked her and never talked to her again. That's what I was like, I don't even blame you, because what kind of how entitled are you to even fix your lips to ask a man who's not your man, first of all, to pay? It's I don't know. The entitlement is
she shouldn't even have to ask. He should have just sent her 5 G's just because he got her number. Why is that queen having to ask for anything?
Brillo is trolling now.
Her. Why do we have to send a woman 5 G's today, right now?
Yes.
Random.
And my Cash App is in
my Cash App is.
Had to ask him. Why do she have to ask him to get her hair? That should have been the first thing that he said.
Brillo,
that's everybody get their hair done, right? Because then there's no, he won't have no money.
Exactly.
To pay
I would be embarrassed as a woman.
I would never fix my lips to ask no man who's not my man.
Automatically get it done. You see her junk nappy,
and the whole pay for my there was a chick that went viral like last month because she on a podcast. She talking about I feel like if you want to take me on a date, then you should send me money to pay my babysitter. Bitch, what?
No.
Listen, I think they be trolling. They don't believe half this stuff. You can't.
This can't be real life, yo. This cannot be real life.
You have to make sure you get him or her some food for the week, and get her some groceries.
Just how I feel, a man should be able, if he's going to ask you out for the date on a date, he needs to be able to have the money to pay for the meal. I feel like if you're going to accept that date as a woman, you need to come with everything that you plan on coming with that date. I'm sorry. It works both ways. Like, I would be embarrassed. My ego, I'm sorry.
My pride wouldn't let me ever.
But it's that the way people just want things so quick is the attainability. We have access to view, all these people with all these labels and materialistic things. It feels like it's easy because we see everybody doing it, but it's like we said, it's all fake. And that's the thing. Some people, I don't know if they're just delusional and not realizing that these people aren't really rich. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's in the education. I don't know. I really don't know.
Look, this is just ridiculous. No woman should have to ask a man any of those things. It should just come before you ask her name. Ask for her Cash App. Ask for her Zelle, her Venmo.
Hello.
What are we doing here, fellas? Step up to the plate.
Keep that message, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's programming, so if he says it, everybody else.
I'm gonna start a new channel. I'm about to have 100,000 subs in a day.
Yeah.
Willow Samuels.
You're just gonna be straight trolling. I mean, this.
I'm going. You said we're gonna go viral. There you go. We're gonna be in the comments. This man got it. He get it.
See, I can see right now in the shade room.
And the assignment.
This man right here, ladies. This is the type of man I need. He understood. You gotta give me that.
Monique,
my
ask you a question.
Is yes.
Whatever you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't want your son to do that, so don't want my son to do it or me or any other male. That's just crazy. Get my nails. If you just like a dude shouldn't be focusing on women if you broke. A woman, you shouldn't even be going on dates if you broke too.
Right.
If you broke, just be real. I can't even do it this week. I don't got a babysitter. Or you ain't got to tell your business like that. Just say, you know what I'm saying? Not this time. If you that broke to where you can't even get a babysitter, what you talking about going on a date for?
You shouldn't be dating.
And I'm bringing my own money just in case, because you never know.
I always bring my own money, and I've had to use it
broke
a couple of times.
They be broke trying to make you feel like you broke.
Y'all not holding me hostage over no damn dinner bill. Dinner bill.
Right. The hell? Shit.
There's a lot of suckers out there too. I am not gonna cap, but some of these ladies be broke, man. They be trying to make you feel bad because you can't afford a Birkin.
Absolutely.
Nah, bruh.
But that's an interesting point too, right? And I'm guilty of this because I only focus on people that look like me. Honestly, for the most part, I don't be in Caucasian spaces. But it just could be a reach, but I don't agree with the woman asking or expecting a certain level of a man when she doesn't have it. But it seems to be more acceptable in Caucasian spaces, or even not addressed in those spaces. It seems like I saw this thing on social media where they were saying, Caucasian women go to college to look for a husband, and they, that's their goal, to go to, so I feel like sometimes, I don't know, the expectations may be sometimes, dependent on your race, because I see it's for years. I've seen that, like Pretty Woman, it's okay for a woman to be damsel in distress or down on her luck and come up on a rich man. I don't feel like people really talk about that, but it's an issue when it comes to, I feel like, ethnic people. Not saying I agree with it, but I don't know. I just feel like that's a conversation too.
I mean, I think we project a lot of the toxicity amongst each other. I think we're the only group that have certain ignorant ass conversations. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I have friends. Yes, most of my friends are Black, but I also have a lot of friends who are minorities from other countries. My best friend is Indian. One of my other best friends is from Palestine. I have other friends outside of Black culture. I don't have too many Caucasian friends now. I did when I was younger, just because of my environment, but now not so much. My whole point is, when I see some of the conversations that we have, like about, are we doing 50? Like, I'm talking about in a marriage. I'm not talking about splitting the bill. I'm talking about in a marriage, 50-50, whatever. Remember Gabrielle Union and the way that was a whole controversy. That is that don't even be like, do y'all not see no other culture talks about that type of shit?
That's so stupid. Thank you for saying that, man. If you married, what are we talking about here?
That's what
you married. Like, what?
We're married. Do y'all know what
all our money?
What a real marriage looks like?
They ain't trying to do nothing.
I know a lot of white males that they do have women at home, and that's fine. And I know some Black men that are high ranking, or I don't want to say ranking, but like they have really good jobs. They like somebody at home to take care of their kids, and they could afford it. And I know a guy who used to be like, I don't care if a woman got all of these degrees and work and stuff. He was like, I'm footing the bill. I don't need all of that. So it's preference. Struggling people a lot of times say that, but it's a preference. I just prefer not to, because there's a such thing called money control. So that's why I like to have my own finances, because certain things you have to tolerate if you're not working and you're home. You gotta, can I please have money to do this? Can I please do this? And what if he decides to like cheat on you? What are you gonna do?
Let that man cheat and cheat.
No, financial abuse is a real thing. I had a friend that dealt with that.
Financial abuse is a real thing. I know some people that are dealing with that, and I don't ever
look. I'm not opposed to a woman getting some cheese. What? That would never be a problem. Like, the whole 50-50 thing is stupid, man. If I'm sitting here struggling to pay all the bills, and you saying you got a job, you're not even gonna pitch in, like, you're not rocking with me for real.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, we're a team. Like,
exactly.
I'm not even gonna be dealing with nobody who not financially smart. You know what I'm saying? So, not gonna be wasting a lot. Like, if we even got to talk about anything as far as like 50-50, that's just the dumbest thing ever, bro.
The fact that common ass people were critiquing and judging 2 millionaires because they said they split things 50-50, or Gabrielle takes care of this and that, and he takes care. Is that not some ignorance? I'm sorry, that's some ignorant stuff, baby. Yeah. We judge a millionaire.
I had a mentor, and my mentor always told me, don't ever take advice from somebody you wouldn't switch places with. So a lot of people talking about other people's money
Yeah.
is not where they're at. So that's it. Unless you will switch places with somebody, like they could have a lot of money, but they could have bad relationship, like a bad relationship. So you just don't take relationship advice. But that's why I don't listen to people that, if they're not where I want to be and they won't switch places with them, I will never take a financial advice with them. And love advice too. That's why I tell my married friends, listen, I'm not married. I can teach you how to be single. You be single messing with my advice because I am single.
But you see, Amina, I hear you, but I think it's subjective, and I truly think it depends on the individual and their character. I'm going to use myself as an example. I am a single woman. I have never been married. I've never been engaged. However, because of the person I am, because I give good advice, because I see things from an objective standpoint, because of just certain qualities that I have within me as a person, I've had friends who have been married, divorced. I've had friends who have vented to me and have sought advice from me because of the character. Like, I have 2 married friends right now who are thinking about getting a divorce, and I, a single woman, am talking them through it in hopes of them fighting for their marriage and trying to work things out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. To me, it's subjective. I hear what you're saying. A lot of people think the way you do, but I also think it really depends on the individual person. I'm not married. I'm not single, but I do feel like because of the person I am, I have something that I can contribute to the conversation. Similar to the debate of, well, if you don't have kids, you shouldn't have an input. I don't agree with that. Now, of course, I am not a mother yet. So you're right. There are certain things I can't tell you about because I haven't been in your shoes yet. Respect, 100%. But I am a woman. I am a woman of a certain age, and people forget, hey, I was once a child. So there are certain things that I can also possibly give you advice about parenting. Just because I'm not a parent yet doesn't mean I don't have any validity or any positive feedback or advice that I can give. So I want to be careful with that theory, but listen, y'all pray for my friends. I hope they stick through their marriage. That's all I'm gonna say. I want to get to my last point before we wrap this up. We've been talking for over an hour now, and I don't want to, take too much of y'all's time. So I'm gonna just close it out with this final remark or question in regards to our original question for the night. Do we think that the change and shift in gender roles are playing a part in the demise of marriages and relationships?
I kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier when I stated, women are no longer I'm not talking about all women, but in general, because when it comes to the fast and growing rate of new business owners and college graduates is Black women from the statistics I've seen throughout the years, the past 5 or so years. So I do think the fact that speaking for women, we're not necessarily dependent on the men to necessarily keep, or at least have the empowerment to say, hey, I don't have to necessarily stay in a marriage. Therefore, I can, be independent and not feel trapped as possibly maybe our great grandmothers felt, even though I do feel like a household unit should come, with a man and a woman. But I feel like there's a sense of empowerment and the shift of the gender roles and the financial changes, just in America, I can speak to at least, that does have some part and some aspect to it as well. It's not everything, but I think it does have something to do with it.
Amina?
I'm old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned. So I like certain things in a man and they like certain things in me. So we like that. It's not going to affect my personal household because I believe in certain gender roles still because I'm not mowing my lawn. I'd rather cook for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not taking the trash out.
So I mean, I do believe that's a problem with gender roles. People running away from that. They don't want to, you know, be in a gender role. But it's like this. It's like I feel like men don't know how I said men don't know how to treat women, but a lot of times women don't know how to treat men. So it's like they feel like submissive. Being submissive is like a curse word. Like you could get any. This is a game right here, women. You can get anything out of a man. It's dependent on the way you say it. Say what you say. Ask what you say. You get him to do anything. Just with a smile and being and basking in your femininity. That's it. That's all you gotta do. All of the extra rah-rah, yelling and this and that. I'm telling you, you can get your man to do anything. If you smile at him, rub him on his back, make him feel like a king, it'll work for you. I'm telling you.
That is a lot of game he just gave up.
But that's more like that's not really being submissive. That's more so an issue of positioning and tone.
Yeah, it's kind of that's linguistically it's not being submissive.
The submissive
is a bad choice of words, but it will making him feel good, making him feel like just like a man don't know how to treat a woman, they say that's simping. It's like the same thing. I always say that, and my people give me hell on because of it, but I'm standing on it. They don't, because they, and I feel like women don't know how to treat men either. They talk at them instead of talking to them, get them do anything you want them to do. Just by what you want to, just by saying it. He forgot to take out the trash instead of, oh man, I gotta take. You didn't take out the trash. Then you go over there and you say, hold on. You go over there and grab it. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah, I mean that.
Playing the game. Can you think you could take the trash out?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely a tone is a factor, but I feel like being submissive is something different. But I see where I see what you're saying, but like submissiveness
they think of it as a negative, being as a negative, but if your husband checking all the boxes, doing everything he's supposed to do, then you go.
But that's what I'm saying, Brillo. When the men are doing what they're supposed to do, women naturally will let them lead, and women will naturally become softer.
That's what I'm saying. But a man not going to do all of that because he got another man in the house with him.
Yeah,
who calling the shots.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like aggression going on, and there's a lot of like combativeness. So yeah, we can't say women just gonna always, because when trauma makes you not gentle a lot of times.
Boom.
And it's like, and it's control, but I guess because you lost control at some point or whatever, but there's a lot, and it's a lot of Black women where they say it's because we have to like protect ourselves so much, and it makes it harder that you're not being gentle because you feel like sometimes it's weakness. Like I'm not gonna ask somebody I can't ask somebody for anything. I feel like I'll never ask somebody for anything, and that's bad. I struggle with that because I got ego like. Oh man.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, like trauma, like imagine feeling like you know what I'm saying, a threat, you know what I'm saying, just because. Just living as a Black man. Everybody afraid of you. I'm a thug anywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? So you walking with that every day. Just like Black women walking with, like you said, trying to hold things together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Being a single mother that plays a position.
It's a tough scenario on both ends.
This stems way back. We already know 400 plus years. This was definitely
an hour and a half.
Yeah, but I feel like submissiveness. I feel like it has to be earned, not given, like respect.
Exactly.
It could be. I can definitely, but I do know how to play a submissive role so that I can get stuff done. Because I don't like arguing at all. So
that's what
there is that. But you don't have to think of it as being submissive. It's just you could be pulling the curtains behind the scene and
they don't think of a synonym. They don't.
So
They
what do
don't
y'all?
like that.
I guess that's where the lines are being blurred. I think we're talking about two different things: being submissive and then knowing how to communicate with your partner. I feel like submissiveness is allowing yourself to take the back seat and allowing your other partner to be in the forefront with a lot of decision making, et cetera, et cetera. I
Yes.
feel like with positioning and tone, asking things of your partner, chores, et cetera, I think that's a different thing.
That
So
is separate. That's
Yeah.
more of a communication style, and
Yeah.
which does set the tone.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
So okay.
No, I'm just gonna say aggressiveness. When you dealing with a man, it's not going. He's not going. Well, I can't speak for nobody but myself. I'm not going to.
No, men don't like
You know
it.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're not going to accept that. Because it's just a weird situation. Like I know my wife can pretty much get anything she wants. Pretty
Mhm.
much. I
Mhm.
mean, maybe for I guess she playing it right. I guess
Well, let me say this. When it comes to the gender roles, I'm a mix between old school and new school. So there are certain old school things that I do still like and value. And then there are some new school ways that I like and value. Um, I would love to have a man who could lead the household and be an amazing example as the head of the household. I will gladly have that man carry that title. I don't mind, but like PG said, it is earned. And I think a lot of men think that because they are men, it should just be automatically given to them. And that's where the issue lies. That's where it goes back to kind of your upbringing and who's really teaching you how to be a man and how to treat women and how to really enter society and how, morals and values and integrity. And it goes to that, right? What was I gonna say? There was another thing Amina said, and it sparked. Oh, I think I forgot now. It's Amina said something, and it sparked something in me, but now I'm forgetting. So,
I'm a
um,
firecracker.
girl, you sparked it, baby girl, but I can't remember now. But this was great. We could keep going, but I don't want to. It's been an hour and a half now. I think this was a great first episode. And we're gonna bring some more fire and heat next week. I'm gonna do some searching on the Google Schmoogle and the internet streets and find some more trending topics, because one thing we know about social media, there's always something trending. So how do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about tonight's conversation and dialogue? What do y'all think? What do y'all think?
I
I
enjoyed
like
it.
it. You know what I'm saying? If it's one thing, fellas, you need to learn is sitting that 5K. 5K. No, that's sending the wrong message. Fellas, you can't purchase no woman. Well,
You
yeah, I'm
can.
gonna leave it at that.
It's up to that woman if she want to be.
Wait, no, wait.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
I mean, some
Because
women.
nowadays, I think young Miami's even for sale.
Exactly.
If you try to find something real, you
Whole
can't
nother
buy it.
topic for a whole nother day. But my whole point is, listen, men and women, we need each other.
Absolutely.
We need each other. I see some of the comments in the chat, even when it comes to men having mommy or daddy issues and vice versa. The thing is that we have to understand is, I feel like when a child is being raised, there are certain important key things that they need to learn from their mother, that only a woman can teach them. And the same thing for a man. You know what I mean? It's not a tit for tat back. It's both are important. I'm not saying the child won't be successful without one. It's not that. I have plenty of friends who were raised in a single parent household, and they are amazing men and amazing women. But the whole point is we need each other. You know what I mean? We need each other. And let's cut the divisiveness and let's try to like coexist and really become one. That sounded so cliche. I don't know what else to say. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. All right, everybody, let's go around and
Then
just
Monique that 5K, fellas.
what? Oh, hey, baby,
USD,
USD,
no
baby.
peso, no
Right there.
euro.
It is $ Mo to the
You see that?
13.
That's see how y'all the temperature changed when I started
I
talking
ain't
about that
say
5K.
you ain't gotta send no 5K. I'll take $5.
This is channel donation. What you talking
This
about?
is channel donation, Brillo. Come on, son. Channel. I'm struggling. I'm trying to get like y'all. Gee, I don't even got 1,000 subs yet, bruh. Help a girl out.
Detroit Kings, tell them before you even ask a chick name, you got to give her at least 5K, bro.
Yeah.
Come
Don't
on,
ask
that's
for the
right
name.
working.
Ask for the cash.
That's how we rocking in Detroit. Tell them.
He about to start him up.
Oh, so you like Big Meech. What's the hey?
Oh yeah, if you don't, oh yeah.
We love to spend our money.
I mean, come on. Good morning. Good morning, Ted.
Good morning. Here's a
What's your
cash
biggest
game.
bill?
Detroit Kings. I'm sorry.
How much is your
Detroit
car?
King. I do not deal with men with mommy issues. You have no idea. Have y'all ever dealt with men with mommy issue that mother abandoned them?
Nope, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Dude, they cry, they throw temper tantrums, and it be aggressive. But
Ryan,
okay.
That's not true, Detroit.
Bro,
You really,
work.
you really think that?
That's nasty.
Detroit, you really think that?
I think
Nobody died.
Detroit, baby, we're gonna have to have a talk. If you think that, you have been living under a rock. I am no disrespect. You know, I got love for you, but hey. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to my lovely panel for coming on, being open, being honest, being transparent, having great dialogue. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to my awesome audience for being here and showing support and interacting and all that stuff. I appreciate that. Let's go around panel. Let the people know what y'all got coming up this week in these YouTube streets. Let's start with PG.
I gotta address Detroit. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
My cousin. But he's saying because they don't have a father figure. Your relationship with your mother and your father, there was two independent situations.
Right.
Like it's not the same. I just want to just say that. But yes, BMF, I review that every morning on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brillo and I have the Pretty Thorough podcast on Thursdays at 8:05 Eastern Standard Time, and some more things coming down the pipe, but that's all for right now.
Okay, y'all check her out. Amina seen it. What you got going on, boo?
I'm just cranking out BMF content. In the Shy soon, and now on Wednesdays I do a regular 7:30 p.m. just chat. I don't know, whatever. It's open-ended, whatever's going on.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of your Instagram reels where you have, kind of like open dialogue, similar topics about relationships and life and things like that. I really like that. I think that people enjoy your feedback and like what you have to say. So that's dope.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Yeah. Keep doing that, girl. Brillo, the big review. What you got going on this week, bro?
About an hour, I'm about to drop a video about my grandson, Tariq St. Patrick.
Oh, snap.
Then tomorrow, me and Detroit Kings talking about Power Book 2 Ghosts, the Hibachi Bros back in the building. We got the Pretty Thorough podcast on Thursday. And listen, if you're a content creator and you got fire content, I'm stealing it. I'll let you know that right now. I'm going to re-rock your content. Because a lot of that going on. But let's get to it.
Shots fired on TVC lately.
Fire.
I'm going to show him hey, Amina, you better tell him.
Nah.
I gave her credit, though.
No, he's Brillo. He's just trolling.
He's those on
But
ones.
somebody has been stealing these guys' content.
I stole her theory. I stole it. Put it on my channel as my own. Re-rock it.
Y'all are silly. Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all. I just zoned out. Okay. This was great. Again, thank you guys. Thank you, panel. Thank you, audience. I don't know if it's gonna be every Monday. If y'all tuned into my live last night, you guys know my schedule is a little sporadic nowadays, but I will definitely give you guys a heads up. A panel, I will give y'all a heads up, a better heads up than I did today. Love y'all. And we're gonna do this damn thing, okay? So y'all just buckle up and enjoy the ride, and we're gonna catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great night.
Peace.
Bye.